As you know, I've done some track driving in the past, and well, I've been told I'm pretty good on the track. And that's quite the compliment, although I'm not a race driver and I just have basically a modest little house here that I'm working on. I just consider myself the average guy. And in this case though, I think I've had this footage for a long time. It's from when I went to an event with the Audi Club over in Dallas, and we went to this place called Cresson Motorsports Ranch. And we were able to open up our cars. We had the entire day. I think the event was cheaper than a speeding ticket. And I had an Audi A6 diesel at the time. That was why I took it. It was a complete joke to take on a track, but I wanted to see what it could do. I had Audi S4s passing me, and every time. Of course, windows were down. It was point passing. It was kind of complex, and we're driving our own cars, so it was quite the risk to take. And I didn't actually take out the HD or HPDE, high performance driving insurance, which I'll get to that in another video. I got a great story for you on that one. Anyway, these S4s and these RS5s would build past me, and I could smell the heat from those cars. So this is the kind of driving that these Audi guys were doing on the track, and I'm sitting there dinking around in my A6 TDI. I guess it was a good thing because it gave them some fun thing to do, like pass another car. And in any case, I learned a lot at that event, and it's right here actually. I have the guy's business card. His name is Mike Krieger. He's the competitive events officer for Lone Start Corvette Club. And that's pretty cool because just recently I saw one of their PDFs of their newsletter online, and the Lone Star Corvette Club newsletter was 59 pages long. That is one hell of a club. Anyway, he's a Corvette guy, and he was in my car the entire time while I'm driving around because I requested just someone to give me these pointers on the track. And I have this video. So if you're interested in track driving or you want to be just a better driver on the track, this guy knows his stuff. And he's not some little, whippersnapper, young buck kind of guy. He is seasoned. So that was the perfect person to have in a passenger seat on the track, giving all sorts of pointers at all times and constantly pushing me to the corners to do the right thing rather than just have fear. He was pushing out the fear. And this is a video that I have from when I rode in his Corvette on the track. And there's a warm-up lap, and then it's followed by a hot lap. And we have our helmets on, and he's driving his Corvette through this track. And it's a pretty complicated track. I've done a track event recently with Texas Auto Riders at another place called Eagles Canyon Raceway. So these are two different tracks I've driven, and you can see all my other videos on my playlist. It's called Tawa Auto Roundup 2018, and I have the Hellcat, I have the Trackhawk, I have the Lexus LC500, I have about 11 videos of different cars, even the Toyota Corolla hatchback that I just completely drove on the track. We didn't have helmets, so I didn't go completely crazy, but in this video I'm going to show you right now, this is of Mike Krieger doing a hot lap and showing me all the tricks of the trade with exploiting everything out of the corners and straightaways in a track. And he's doing it in his pretty awesome Corvette. Here you go. One more thing actually. Some of the audio may be a little difficult to hear because the window was down. That's part of point passing. Basically on that track, point passing means the window's down and the driver in front would have to stick their arm out and point. And that means to the car behind them that it's good to pass. Because you're not just going to race and do that kind of like cutting people off and weaving in and out. These are our own cars, and we're very cautious about that. No one's no one's really just, you know, bumping into each other and everything. This ain't NASCAR, but basically on the, well, it's obviously not NASCAR because we're not going in like an oval, but literally listen to this audio as much as you can. And then of course, when he opens it up, pay attention to where he's driving on the track, because the best advice I got was use all of the track. Don't try and center yourself. Don't feel like you're on a canyon road or a freeway. The entire width of the track, and even just off the side a little bit, is all yours to use. So watch how he goes from corner to corner to the straightaway. He's never in the center of the track unless it's going through a chicane and things like that. But watch this video, listen as much as you can, and watch it over and over and over, because there's a lot to learn from this one driver. This video on New Car Spin is from Mike Krieger in his own Corvette at Cresson Motorsports Ranch back in January of 2016.
Okay. I'm leaving all the nannies on.
Okay.
So, here's our start. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Take a lap.
That's true.
Okay, what I was telling her, a race car driver, when he comes out to a new track, the first thing he does, he looks at for the longest straightaway. Okay, and then from that longest straightaway, he looks at the corner that's going to lead him onto that longest straightaway. That's the money maker, is your long straightaway. That's where you're going to get all your passengers. So you want to look at the corner coming onto the straightaway to your best line through there to get the highest speed off of that corner.
Okay.
To maximize the speed going down the straightaway. Okay. So let's go back until these tires quit sweating.
Yeah.
For instance, through Rattlesnake, we go on. That's a multiple corner setup. Okay. So the corner we're looking at is one that leads onto the straightaway. The rest of those corners are set up for that last wagon wheel corner to get on the straightaway going into Krieger.
Okay.
Okay?
I see what you did.
So it's sticking a little bit out. up,
You
I
screw this one up. Yeah.
which means I screw up my straightaway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exit on that snake thing is crazy. That's still my favorite corner.
Okay, so anyway, you kind of get the drift.
Yeah.
We use more track here, come in the center here, give it up, so we make it up on the other side.
On the top, yeah, over the crest.
Stand off, continuous corner through, back in. Let me just all ass.
I end up giving it too much steering in the turn in, and then not enough speed on the way out, I think, is what's going on.
Once you get to the apex, if your line is correct,
Yeah.
once you get past it, you can roll the throttle all the way to the floor.
Okay.
In most cases. Again, we'll come up, I'd say, split the two.
It's almost like exiting further out would be a little bit better, but then you got this thing.
Exactly, you have to set up for the next corner,
Yeah.
which sets up for this one.
Which
It's domino effect.
Yeah, I totally blow this one. I blow them all. This is crazy. I think it's, I don't want to.
It's still on your, not only actually first time,
Yeah.
because the exercise thing really doesn't count. So,
I had an Tesla K55 AMG for 7 years, and I've taken that to the track a couple times. It's got the hard top, so you put the top down and the weight's all on the rear now, so you can kind of play with the weight distribution.
yeah.
But it understeers, and it's tail happy with all the power and the lightweight. But I've done it on the auto track courses, autocross, and the courses were too small to really
Oh, yeah.
to get enough grip,
Yeah.
and it was not enough. And at the time, I just kept it in the garage.
Do you autocross in this area?
No, it was South Carolina, the Michelin Proving Grounds, and Los Angeles as well. But it's really hard to get in. There's so many people. You only get 2 runs. It's like, your day's kind of blown. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. I recorded it about 2.5 years ago. It's been a long time overdue. And I want to thank Mike Krieger for joining us at the track that day for the Audi Club event. And of course, if you aren't a club member of Corvette or Audi or anything else, you should do it, especially when you want some track time or you want to learn more about car control, or you just want to go, well, it's not just about going fast. It's really about understanding your car. So if you've tuned your car and done a few other things and you want to do more than just like a quarter-mile sprint, and you want to actually spend all day doing something. I mean, there are some hardcore guys who go to these events and they've got their own trailered car, and they've got, you know, jacks and different tires, and some guys even change out their brake pads. So it can get pretty complex for these track events. But for less than a cost of a speeding ticket and for an entire day, I think you get plenty out of your system to enjoy that time. And of course, you're hanging out with a bunch of buddies, and it's just a great time. And Texas is full of these tracks. So if you live in Texas, definitely join a club and definitely have fun out there, and always be safe. So I'll have more videos coming soon. And in the meantime, enjoy my playlist of the stuff I've done. I've even driven at Circuit of the Americas in prior videos about 2 years ago as well. I've got a lot of content on racetracks. I don't know why. I'm not a race car driver. I've never driven a race car. I've driven fast cars, and I've driven fast cars on tracks. But it's a lot of fun. And I'll have more videos soon, but for now, see you later.